Hello students, good morning. Now in today's topic we are going to discuss about your types of variables, that is your classification of variables. In your previous examples as well as in your previous chapter onwards, we used to say what do you mean by variables. Okay, in your previous example also I have shown you how a variable is there, how to declare a variable and how it is represented. Such things which we learn in your these examples which we learn till last period. Now today we are going to study, that is your types of variables. Okay, so types of variables can be divided into three parts. First one is your local variable. Okay, first one is your local variable, second is your instance variable, and third one is your class variable. Third type of variable is class variable. So now today we are going to discuss about your these three types of variables with example. Now first of all, what do you mean by local variables? Local variables are those variables which is available inside the particular block. Okay, the name itself displays that says that local, that is a local variable. And as you all know that we used to say local train. Okay, why we used to say local train? But the reason is that this such type of local trains is running between the cities only. That means inside the city, inside the state, between the cities only such type of trains will be or buses will be moving. The same way in the Java also, this local variables defines that it will be defining inside that particular block. Okay, now this is the best example of your local variable. Now you can see over here what I have done. I have declared a class, that is your public class local variables. Now I hope you all know what will be my file's name. My file, while saving my file, that means while saving this file, my file name should be local variables.java, which is over here, you can see. Okay, and one more thing you have seen, L is capital, V is capital in local variable. So while saving your file also you have to write L and V capital only. Okay, so in case if you are writing L and V capital in this class, okay, and in case if you are saving your file with small alphabets, that is your locals L small and variables V will be small. So what happens, even though if your file is saved, your program will be running. So it is compulsory that whatever class your name you are saving, the same thing should be saved in your while saving your file name also. Now next thing is about your block. Here we have started a first block. Okay, and then after we have declared a string argument, public static void main string argument. Now here starts your second block. You can see over here in your sixth line, integer a is equal to 10, integer b is equal to 20. Now over here as you know that how many integers are there? There are two integers, right? Actually it is wrong. There are not two integers, total there are three variables are there. Okay, so there are total three variables are there. The first one is your a, second is your b, and third one is your c. What is the value of a? A's value is 10, b's value is 20. Okay, and both the values, that means here I am doing the addition of two numbers, that is the addition of a and b's value will be the value of a as well as your b. That means after addition the value of a and b should be saved in some variables. That's why we are declaring a third variable which is known as your c variable. Okay, and c is equal to a plus b. Okay, and now here is your system.out.println. They are printing the or displaying the message. Okay, so according to here my output will be sum of a and b is 10 plus 20 is your that is your sum of 30 will be the answer. Okay, so let's compile. Compiled, exit code 0. Now I'm going to run this file. Now you can see sum of A and B is 30. Okay, this is known as your local variables. That means this variables, that means the value of such variables, that is A and B, is declared inside this block. Okay, only this block can be able to use these values. This type of variables is known as your local variables. Now second type of variable is known as an instance variable. Now what do you mean by instance variable? Instance variables are those variables where we are going to give two common values or common integer. That is, over here you can see what I have done. Public class public class instance variable. So I hope you all know what is this instance variable. This instance variable is a class, which is over here. Okay, now I have declared the class that is name as I and B should be capital. In the same way, while saving your file also, your I and B should be capital. Now here you can see inside I have started a block. Then after starting a block, what I have done, I have declared a variable integer C. Okay, so over here what I have done, I have declared a variable integer C. Now remember, this C value, that means the value of C will be common for each and every one. How we are going to use that, we are going to study. So after declaring this integer C, that is a variable, you can see public void addition. Now this is what we are doing, that is a method. We have inserted a method, that is your addition method. Okay, we have done your addition method. We started addition method, that is your public void addition, that is an empty parameters. Empty parameters means this is your round bracket open and close. Insert this round bracket and open and close, there is no values. That means it is an empty parameter. Now you can see in this integer A is equal to 10, integer B is equal to 20. Can you see? Okay, so over here also I am not declaring integer C. int C is not being declared. Why I am not declaring this C? The reason is that already I have declared C outside this variable. Can you see? Which is over here. Okay, so again and again you don't need to declare your variable. Now this integer A and B, this will be inside this block only. Okay, that means this is your second block. From this curly bracket to this curly bracket, this is your opening bracket. This curly bracket to this curly bracket. This between this curly bracket, or that means between this block, I can use this A and B variable, that is a integer A and integer B. But this values of A and B won't be used in another block. Understood? So again, what I have done, I have to use this A and B inside this particular block. Okay, but I want to use this C. That means this C should be declared, or it should be used each and every block. So I have declared outside this block, that is a common block. Okay, this is fourth line. You can see this block, curly bracket open. This block, this is your common block. Okay, so that's why I'm saying that this C can be used. That means this value of C can be used in each and every blocks. Why? Because it is used as an outside of this particular blocks. Okay, that means it is a common block. Now one of the best example I can say that normally your class teachers, each and every classes you will be having class teacher. Even though it's a 12th A or 12th B, each and every class you will be having class teacher. Now you know that principal is common. Do you think each and every classes will be having a different principals? No. That means principal will be common, whereas the class teacher will be different. Okay, in the same way, let's consider this integer C as principal, which is common. and it's not like principal is sitting in either 12th A or 12th B. No, he is having another cabin, that means he will be sitting as a common B. Okay, in the same way what we are doing, we are using this integer A and B, and what happened, C is equal to A plus B. So according to this input I will be getting the output as sum of A and B is 30. Okay, let's clear this message. Okay, now next is another method I am declaring. Another method means public void difference. This is a second method. First method was your addition method. Now second is your difference method with empty parameters. Now again in second method I am declaring a block, that is your 15th line. You can see block has been started and in 20th line the block is going on. So in this block I have declared a new variable, that is your integer x and integer y. Can you see? That means now here again I am using here c is equal to x minus y. Why we are using c? The reason is that because already c has been declared before earlier. So as I told you, the c can be, the value of c can be the integer c can be used in each and every block. Why? It is in a common. Okay, so c is equal to x minus y. Again, if we are using local variables, what I have to do, integer c is equal to x minus y. This line, actually this was written in your previous local variables. Can you see? I have to write each and every time while declaring a new variable, I have to declare a integer c, integer d, I have to write. But commonly I have used, once I have declared a c variable, again doesn't mean I have to declare again and again. Now c is equal to x minus y, system.out.println, according to this input my output will be difference between x and y is so and so. Okay. Now the public, that is a string argument we are declaring here. Public static void means string argument. Instance variable, that is your class name. This is my class name. Instance variable ins1. Over here I am going to declare an object. In your previous lecture I have told you how to declare an object. In that I have special mentioned you that first we have to declare an object. Then after for declaring or creating an object, new keyword should be used. Okay, 3 points were there. Do you remember? For creating an object, 3 points were there. First one is the declaration part. Second was the instantiation part. Third one is the initializing part. Do you remember in your last period? Those who don't know how to create an object, you can check previous last week's video. Over there I have explained how many or how in which all methods we can create a block. That has been explained in your previous video. So over here I am creating a new object. Okay, and as you know that this is a declaration part, ins1. Any names can be given. I can give as abc1 also, abc also, not an issue. Okay, so if I am using ABC here, that means ABC should be written here as well as here also. Okay, so ins1, this is my object. Now this is the instantiation part, that is your new instance variable, empty parameters. Okay, now here over here I am going to initialize this object, that is the ins1.addition, ins1.difference. Now what do you mean by addition and difference? This addition and difference are methods which I have been created earlier. Can you see over here? Addition, the public void addition, public void difference. Okay, so mainly the main purpose of this example is just to explain how we can give instance variable. That means how we can give a common variable for each and every output. Okay, that means I have used this integer c in both the blocks. That is over here also I can use it, the c, and here also I can use this c, integer c. Now let's go to output. Tools, compile, exit code 0, Now towards go, you can see sum of a and b is 30 and difference between x and y is minus 10. Can you see? Okay, so this is my second type of variable, which is known as an instance variable. Now the third type of variable is known as a static variable. Now static variable is also known as class variable. Okay, so according to your textbook, they are saying that class variable, it is also known as static variable. In exam, in a board exam also, they can be asking from the following which one is your which is the type of variable. Okay, and they will be giving many options. Among them option they will be giving static variable also. So don't get confused. What do you mean by static variable? Static variable means is also known as class variables. Okay, the name static means it will be stable. That means their values won't be changed. Okay, so over here in static variables, you can see what I have done. Public class, that means a class name I have declared, that is a static variables. Over here you can see S and B is the capital, so that's why I have to save my file's name also with same name .java. Okay, now here starts your static variables main function, that is your static string argument sum is equal to sum of a and b. Static string difference is equal to difference of a and b. That means this sum and difference will be common. Okay, this both the lines, that is the fifth line and sixth line, will be commonly used for rest of the program. Okay, so you can see public static void means string argument. Then after I am declaring integer a is equal to 10, integer b is equal to 20, and integer c and d. Now c is equal to a plus b, integer d is equal to a minus b. That means this c and d is a common thing. Okay, so that means what I have to do, value of addition, that is a addition of a and b should be stored. The value of a and b, after getting the addition, the value of a and b should be stored in c. Okay, that's why I am declaring here integer c is equal to a plus b. That means whatever the answer will be coming, if 10 plus 20 means 30, that is c's value will be 30. Now I want to get the difference. For getting the difference, again a new variable I am declaring, that is your integer d. Can you see? Okay, so that means a minus b is equal to d. D's value will be, that is whatever difference between a and b will be stored in your integer d. Now you can see in your next line system.out.println sum plus c. Sum plus c means already I have declared sum over here. Okay, static variable, that is your sum plus c, and system.out.println, that is a difference plus d. That means over here I have used the state variable, already I have declared the static variable, which is known as your sum and difference. Now this sum and difference I am using it again just for retrieving the value of c and d. This is the best example of your static variable. I hope you all understood. Now let's go to output part, compile. Sorry. Now you can see sum of a and b is 30, difference of a and b is a minus 10. Understood? So this was your today's topic, that is your classification of your variables. Classification of variables can be divided into three parts, that is how many types of variables are there. First one is a local variables, second is the instance variable, and third one is your static variable, or it is also known as class variables. Understood? This was your today's topic. I hope you all understood. Thank you, students.